Yeah, terrified.
Just work, shoes are in.
Okay, hi everyone.
Hey.
This is the most requested video I have ever had in my entire life, and it's to get this man on a second channel Q&A.
Hi.
I need to introduce you now, don't I?
Everybody else got really good introductions.
Yeah, they did.
So I've watched every other Q&A.
How many Q&As have I done?
You've done 7.
And who was your favourite one with?
Luke Stoney. I mean, Sammy Golding.
So if people have not met this man before, he is awesome,
Sexy.
sexy, talented, bald,
Thanks, Sammy.
ex-professional gymnast, now full-time savage.
Nice.
What else can I say?
Golden brown.
Golden brown. And Joanna's been obsessed with him since she was 8 years old. Ashley, Robert, Mark, what's...
Yes.
Yay! So what happens on Q&As
Okay.
is I ask you a question and you answer it. Now, I was a bit funny on my story, right, because I've sensed that there are going to be a lot of the same question. I don't want this to be about us because I want people to get to know Ashley on this video, because I feel like it's...
But I feel like I'm not me without you, Joanna.
You
Alright.
can tell he's had half a bottle of wine.
I've
before
not
this
had
video.
half a bottle of wine. I've had one glass because I'm nervous about this.
Okay, so
I'm
I
just
want...
still nervous when I speak to
We'll
Joanna.
maybe address a question at the end, but I want the majority of this video to be about you.
Okay.
Let's get started. What was your biggest achievement in gymnastics, and also in life if it's not the same thing?
I have a couple. In gymnastics wise, I'd say that competing at the World Championships was the biggest, because that was the biggest arena that I've ever competed for.
Nice.
For the GBR.
Can I ask where that was?
The World Championships was in Antwerp, Belgium.
Yeah, and
Belgium.
it was in
2013. That was in the European Games then as well. But then,
Did
however,
you just do P-bar, high bar in the world?
so the Worlds I only did P-bars actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
Took you all the way to Antwerp for a P-bar
just
routine?
for one P-bar routine.
That is sick.
And I broke my finger literally like a month beforehand as well.
Did you just not tell
No,
anyone?
they knew, but I still had to do the routines for the coaches so that they'd still take me. So I'd rest for 2-3 days, and then on routine days, I'd re-break it doing the routine.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, good fun. Oh,
So
and then,
that's yeah.
so that's the biggest gymnastics, and then sort of gymnastics, but life as well is obviously my Guinness World Record.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, actually, I don't know if you know, but I actually won the void as well.
Oh, yeah, that is a big achievement. What about when you won the Youth Olympics in Australia?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was in 2009.
2009.
2009, Australian Youth Olympic Games.
Australian Youth Olympic Games. The team was Ashley Watson,
Oh, jeez.
Max Whitlock, Reece Beckford, and Sam
Sam
Oldham. And Ashley
The
won
boys.
all around at the Youth Olympic Games.
I remember as well, because that actual all-round competition, I think we started on pommel horse, and pommel horse wasn't my repertoire.
Favourite apparatus?
Yeah, and we started on pommel horse, and I fell off.
Did you?
So like,
In the all-round final?
all-round. So I think I qualified first. All of that. I think we won the team, all that, and then it was the all-round. And the first apparatus was pommel, and I fell. And I remember being like really moody. And I've fallen off, like, you know, like throwing your wrist supports down. I give up. Like, I haven't won, and all that kind of stuff. But
Doesn't sound like you.
no, absolutely not. No. But then luckily I stayed on everything else and won.
That's so sick, isn't it?
We even got little kangaroos.
Yeah, I know,
Every
yeah,
medal
we've
you
got
little
like,
kangaroo,
6 of them.
Yeah,
at
I got
home,
loads like walking home like that with loads of kangaroos.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, that was my life, wasn't it? Gymnastics was my life for 25 years. So.
True. What are some of your 50 goals for this year?
Number 1 on the list is level 14 King Tower on Clash Royale.
Nice.
Nearly there. 60,000 XP out of 80,000.
Yeah, you're
Level
at
13.
80% of the way there.
Nearly there.
I love it.
And some of the other ones, have you got them on your phone? I can't remember.
You should know your 50 goals.
Yeah.
No, you do know some
can't
of them.
remember.
Like, you got skydive, go in a helicopter.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wheelie on a bike.
I feel like you split yours down, didn't you, into like...
Yeah, so I had sort of like life ones, and I had like financial, work, health. I want to get to 71 kilograms and look like a Spartan.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
Not very well.
That's this year. There's loads of actually people that have said, what's your plan in the next 5 years?
That is a great question. I ponder it continuously, every day.
Do you change your mind every day?
Ish.
Okay.
I don't know, like it's so hard, especially in the job that I'm in now with the YouTube. I've always been rubbish with 5 and 10 year plans. More of a live in the moment sort of guy, and also the life we live at the moment is hard because we're doing different things. Like we come to Croatia for a week randomly. I don't know, it's hard because we don't have a 9 to 5 and there's no set progression that, you know, you've been promoted, become a manager, and then you work an area or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Is there
so
anything
hard.
you know you like want to do?
I just want to be around people that I'm around now, because I know that we're going to go and do some incredible, crazy things.
Yeah.
Us all together, we're just going to...
Are you trying to become a stuntman?
Ish.
Okay.
I did start to become a stuntman before the whole Cirque du Soleil and the YouTube stuff. I absolutely love the idea of being an official stuntman, and I absolutely would love to do it, and I feel like it's a job role that suits me,
Yeah.
my personality and my
Absolutely.
skill set. I absolutely love to do it, but obviously it's been on a bit of a back burner while we've been doing the YouTube. But absolutely, you know, over on my channel I have a series,
It's got one video.
becoming a stuntman series that has one video.
And you mentioned Cirque. What's the deal with Cirque? Do you think you'll ever go back? Do you sad about how? I mean, tell people about the whole Cirque journey.
So after I retired gymnastics, obviously one of the popular routes to go down is Cirque du Soleil, and I was lucky enough to go to a creation that was called
Under the Same Sky.
Under the Same Sky. Well done, Joanna.
Thank you.
So they took me over there to do a parallel bars act. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it. I was there as part of the house troupe and do the parallel bars act.
What does it mean when you say house troupe?
House troupe is the jack of all trades guys. So
Okay.
maybe. So I won't just doing the parallel bars act. I'll be doing dance routines around about, or I'll be running and pushing a mat in, or moving stuff.
So you'd be like fully in the show.
Yeah, so you have like the house troupe is like the sort
Like
of
the
core that
chorus.
does everything. Just
Like
a
the
bit-
chorus in a show.
chorus.
That's what they call that in a theatre show.
Okay.
The people who are not the main characters, but they.
Yeah, exactly. So we do a lot of bit of everything, sort of, and
Yeah.
then you have like your main acts that sort of
Yeah.
go and do their stuff and leave, sort of thing. So we was part of that, but then obviously then COVID-19 hit, and we all got sent home, and then it wasn't till so we all got sent home, and then originally it was just going to be because nobody knew what this virus was. We were about to move down to the centre of Montreal
Right.
to start like rehearsals down there.
Okay.
So we were there for 6 months, and then COVID hit, sent everybody home, and originally it was just going to be like a 4-week thing because nobody knew what COVID was at the time.
Yeah.
So it was almost like I was buzzing. I ended up bringing my friend home, Christian, he's from Hungary. So we was like, oh, we're going to go back for a party for 4 weeks and then go back to Cirque. But then obviously everybody went into lockdown.
How long did Christian end up staying for? Didn't he stay for like months?
Stayed for months. Months.
Your mum and
My
dad?
poor mother, yeah, in the front room on the pull-out sofa.
Every night?
He stayed. He was in lockdown there. So
That
it was
is so
Christian,
funny.
Christian with the Watsons, with the family.
That's
we were loving
so
it. We were
funny.
literally just drinking and playing Warzone came out at the
Yeah.
time. They're literally just like everybody else. We played Warzone until 5 a.m. every night.
And he couldn't get home?
They couldn't get home. They were ringing the embassy. And they was like, no, nobody's allowed in.
That's so mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
So,
you've not
so,
gone back?
so then anyway, after the couple of lockdowns, maybe like a year and a half later, unfortunately they rang me and said they don't want me to go back. I believe now that they've got rid of the P-Bar Act.
Right, okay.
And because I wasn't doing anything else, and I was doing a bit of aerial stuff with the harness stuff, but because I wasn't doing anything else, I didn't really go back.
And how do you feel about that now? Do you gutted? Do you want to go back? Would you?
Well, obviously I'm devastated. It was a great life out there.
Yeah.
And I wish we would have got to the point where we were doing actual shows in front of an audience, because that would have
The
been
buzz would have been
so
sick,
sick.
yeah.
It'd been so good. And obviously I was dreaming of the day that you guys all came out to watch. Do you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
up on the stage and you guys are
Yeah.
shouting. That would have been absolutely incredible. But unfortunately that didn't happen. Originally, straight after lockdowns and stuff, I would have gone back. But now I absolutely love my life. I've seen YouTube and been with you guys and whatever. Like, I absolutely love my life at the moment, so there's no way I'd go back now.
Never say never, or like.
Well, never said never, no, but I can't see myself going back.
Okay. How did you get into gymnastics?
I guess similar story to a lot of people. I was 7, so I was quite old for a gymnast, but my parents took us to a local leisure centre. Obviously, we were too hyperactive, jumping off the kitchen counter on the sofas and all that kind of jazz. So they took us to a local leisure centre. There was a gymnastics class. It wasn't very popular back in my day. It wasn't very popular. So they took us there just to exert a bit of energy, and we both picked up pretty quickly. I think we had one session at the leisure centre, and then they sort of scouted us and took us over to Carnegie. And then that was the beginning of the end, really.
And Ryan stopped.
Yeah, so with Ryan, my twin brother, we both started at the same time, but he didn't really catch on like I did. He went more down like the rugby side. He's a bit of a bigger build than I am. So he went down the rugby side, so he quit pretty early on.
Yeah. And when did you retire?
I retired Great question. I retired in 2018.
Why did you retire?
I've been riddled with injuries. I've been unlucky with injuries throughout my gymnastics career. But there was one incident. I was on the high bar doing a release and catch, and as I swung at the bottom, my handguard snapped, and I saw as I fell with a lot of force, sort of onto my belly, but like I like scorpioned, like backwards that way, bang, like as if the back of my head were going to hit my bum. Honestly, it was the scariest moment in my entire life. It sort of flipped me back up, and I rolled, and I sort of hugged my legs, and I could feel my back like spasming. So I was trying to stop it from doing that. And I was absolutely petrified to like try and move my feet because...
Niall said you didn't move for like 2 hours.
Well, that was an exaggeration.
Oh, it was
maybe like 20, 30 minutes, but... but I mean like, but yeah, I was petrified. I didn't dare try and move my feet just in case I couldn't.
Yeah.
Because I was scared like this. And then after that...
Did you think you were paralysed?
I thought I was paralysed, which is why I didn't dare move my feet just in case I was. Which is why then after that, I did no damage. I literally just like jarred my back. I got super lucky. I don't know how I didn't do any damage. But then after that, whenever I got back on the high bar, whenever I'd long swing, I'd just be always thinking if my guard's going to snap. My guard's going to snap. And that's when I sort of flicked over to the side of whether sort of the risk reward of training was worth it. If like I want a life, a future. Like I was actually starting to think about life outside of gymnastics, which I didn't do before.
Yeah.
Which sort of pushed me towards retiring.
Are you glad you retired when you did?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I have no regrets whatsoever. I'm at peace.
First question.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite memory as a gymnast? Like not necessarily your most like successful moment, but like
That is a brilliant question.
something you remember like in gymnastics. If someone asked you a story about gymnastics, like something that
Good question. The first one that popped into my head was catching a Kovac for the first time. If they don't know what a Kovac is, when you swing at the top of the bar, you do 2 somersaults and you catch the bar again. That's a mad memory purely because all like sort of the other releases that I did was like a ginger, you catch at the bottom.
Yeah.
But like a Kovac, the first time you catch it, you sort of your long swing out really fast and it's almost like a whoa feeling. I don't know how to explain it.
yeah,
unless
like, you almost like accelerate.
yeah. Because if you do like a catch up, you sort of like you're quite aggressive at the bottom, or a Ginger or a Jaeger. But the catching the Kovacs for the first time is like it's mental because you swing around so fast, it almost feels effortless.
Yeah. Do you remember what we were just at Leeds Gymnastics?
I was at QnA at the time.
Okay.
But it was on the low bar over the pit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Niall
remember.
was there.
Yeah.
I've got a video of it on my BlackBerry phone. Niall catching his first
Was it
Kovac.
Barry or Zar
Yeah,
like
Barry.
hitting him? Barry like hitting him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's someone that fires out to me straight away.
Yeah.
It's catching a Kovac for the first time. Yeah.
Love it. Do you really enjoy doing TikTok dances or do you just do it to amuse me?
It started off as a hatred towards Joanna. I did it for her, but actually I do actually quite like it. Because we're actually going to film one for mine now. It's one of my weekly goals, is to do a TikTok dance on
What are
mine.
your plans for your 30th birthday?
I'm having a Hawaiian themed barbecue/garden party.
Love it.
I'm gonna wear,
Are you gonna wear coconut
I'm gonna wear
wrap?
coconuts and like straw dress. I've been practicing.
Right, if you could have one trait of every member of the squad, what would it be for each member? So Niall, Joanna, Sammy, Ellis, Luke, Joey. If you could have one trait from each member, what would it be? I've asked a couple of people this now.
Okay, let's start with Joey. I'd love his sort of optimistic, positive outlook on life. He seems to always be just absolutely buzzing to be alive, and whoever he's with or wherever he is, he's just so happy and outgoing and out there. Like, I'd love to have that. Joanna, probably everybody says this, work ethic. The absolute savage boss queen. Sammy over there, although she's laying out, I'd love to have her drive for fitness. She's an absolute savage queen as well. Even though she has a broken foot, she still works out every day.
Things that she's not,
That she's not allowed to be doing.
on a broken
It'll never heal if you don't stop.
Excuse me, what have I done so far this week? Handstands, swimming, core.
Proud of you. I'd have Luke's abs. Does that count?
It can count.
I'd have Luke's abs. I'd have his face, his arms, his legs. All of it, his tattoos. Niall. I'd have his creativity. Obviously, he's changed the game and he's sort of the whole reason why we do this job. Do you know what I mean? He absolutely inspired us all to get into this game. So obviously I'd have that from him. With Ellis, he's so quick, with his puns.
Quick-witted.
He's very quick-witted, like with his
Yeah.
puns and stuff. Like I have to think, and I get quiet, and then I say something funny because I've been thinking about it for a while. Whereas he's just so quick and on point.
Yeah.
I could have that.
Love it.
What aspect would you have of mine?
I think you're like engineerial, patient, do things right, take your time, and like research and really want to understand everything you're doing and why you're doing it. And
Do you not do that?
no, not really, not at all, to be honest. I feel like I'd have that. Yeah, I feel like you're quite technical and learn things and take time and like do it right. Like I know when you do something, whether it's literally something as simple as like making your bed in the morning, or like really complicated stuff, you like thoroughly just immerse yourself in it. There's also been a lot of questions saying what's your guys' most annoying trait about each other.
She snores.
How do you know?
Because you were napping earlier on the chair over there.
I think that's the most annoying thing.
I mean, no, she's like always on it. You know, I feel like I'm quite lazy. And she's like the complete polar opposite. You know, she's always wanting so much from me. Like this Q&A, do you know what I mean? I just want to be over there with my glass of wine in the sun. And she's forced me to do this.
I haven't.
That's a joke, that's a lie.
Right, I say this to you all the time. Ashley's the most talented person in the whole world, but only when he wants to be. And it's so annoying.
Why?
He's got, like, he can literally do anything, like anything, ever, but only when you want
Apart
to.
from grow his hair.
This is an interesting one, actually. When did the transition happen between me being Niall's sister to me being Joanna?
When we moved next door now, when me and Luke moved into the flat next to Niall's, obviously then you were around a lot more, and then obviously you became our manager and whatever. So it's probably over the last 10 months. I don't think I spent much time socially with you before that, right?
The nights out that I went on that you were there, I was out as Niall's sister. It was like, can my sister come? Or
Yeah.
my sister's out tonight. I said on Stoney's video, I feel like, you know, one of the ones for me was where Niall and Ellis went to Dubai. So it was like just us lot
Okay, yeah.
in the flat, and Sammy was there too. I feel like that, because I feel like that was the first time that
Like without Niall
Yeah.
being there. Okay, yeah.
like Niall wasn't there,
Yeah.
but I was.
Yeah.
What's your favourite memory of Joanna?
Oh. I want to say, I don't know whether this is a cop-out, but I was going to say our LA trip.
The whole of it.
Yeah, well, I feel like going back to that when you were Niall's sister turning into Joanna, I feel like LA, for me personally, I got to know you on a different level and see different sides to you, and I really feel like, yeah, so like it's not like one specific memory, but I feel like the LA trip really jumps out to me.
Last question of the Q&A is, if you could go back and tell your past Ashley something, what would it be?
I tell him, like, sort of in the gymnastics world, you're in this bubble when you're younger as a gymnast. Gymnastics is your world, it's everything. You go to a competition and you're so nervous, you feel like you're going to be sick. Because that competition, that one routine is absolutely everything. And if you fall off, it's the end of the world. And you feel like your whole family, like you're letting your whole family down, your coaches and everything. When I'd tell younger Ashley that it don't mean shit. It's absolutely nothing. Like nobody remembers that. Like I don't even remember half of the competitions that I did. You know, there's a big world out there after and outside of gymnastics that, you know, not everything matters as much as you think it does. So just chill out, have some fun.
Love it. Awesome. Thanks, Ash. Thanks everyone else for watching
Thanks
as
for
well.
watching.
Hopefully it's not disappointed anyone.
We are dating, by the way.
You heard it here first. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I don't know who's left now on second channel. Q&As.
Best till last, innit?
Whoever you want to see on another Q&A on the second channel, give me a shout in the comments.
Catherine?
Yeah, that's a great one, actually. We'll see you in the next one. Keep smashing it. Remember, anything's possible if you
Just work.
just work.
Just work.
Joanna Wilson.
Bye.
Bye.